Well, if you're a supporter of Donald Trump, you don't need to worry about Joe Biden winning Ohio because he won't be on the ballot, which is crazy. I have no idea what's going on. This is nuts. This election cycle is unprecedented. And my friends, I can only surmise the simulation is breaking down. The aliens, advanced species, whatever, that is controlling the reality that we're in has allocated less and less resources to making sure this thing runs properly. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they cranked it all the way up and they just said, randomize it, baby. Let's have fun. Biden's not on the ballot. They're not going to fix it either. Take a look at this story from The Blaze. They say, as things stand, President Joe Biden is not slated to be on the Ohio ballot this November, and the state legislature did not remedy the situation before adjourning. What? Ohio law requires both parties to certify their nominees for president and vice president 90 days before Election Day, which falls on November 5th. The problem for the Biden camp is that the scheduling for the Democratic National Convention is such that Biden will not be officially nominated by his party until August 22nd, just 75 days before Election Day. Alabama ran into a similar problem this year, but the Republican supermajority there easily resolved the problem earlier this month to ensure Biden appears on the ballot. It's Republicans making sure Biden's on the ballot. He's not going to win Alabama, so, not so in Ohio. Though both House and Senate in the Buckeye State passed resolutions to address the problem, neither of those bills advanced during the... Are you kidding me? Neither of those bills advanced during the May 8th session. Ohio House Minority Leader Allison Russo, a Democrat, blamed dysfunction and hyperpartisanship for the failure to find a legislative fix. We've seen the dysfunction here in this place. And I think we've seen that folks have not been able to put aside partisanship and hyperpartisanship and infighting. State House Speaker Jason Stevens didn't disagree. It's a hyper-political environment at this time of year. There are some Republicans who just did not want to vote on it, and there were some who were willing. Despite the legislative action on the issue, many leaders expressed confidence that Biden will appear on the Ohio ballot one way or another. I have every confidence that it's going to get done. No way, dude. If they put Biden on the ballot now, in defiance of the state legislature, they are opening up a can of worms. Oh, man. I have every confidence it's going to get done, DeWine said, Governor. No one should worry. They're going to be able to vote for the president or former president, whoever they want to vote for, There's not going to be a situation where the president's name is not on the ballot. So it's either going to be done by the court or it's going to be done by the legislature. Charles Lutvak, a spokesperson for the Biden campaign, shared similar optimism. Joe Biden will be on the ballot in all 50 states. Election after election, states across the country have acted in line with the bipartisan consensus and taken the necessary steps to ensure the presidential nominees from both parties will be on the ballot. Ohio Secretary of State Frank LaRose, a Republican, however, is less certain. In a letter issued on Tuesday, LaRose warned Democrats, unless your party plans to comply with the statutory deadline, I am duty-bound to instruct boards of elections to begin preparing ballots that do not include the Democratic Party's nominee for president and vice president of the United States. LaRose also stated that he does not wish to take this step. However, the Ohio House of Representatives has refused to act, and the Democratic Party has so far offered no legally acceptable remedy, he explained. Let's do this. We always want to pull up our good friends over at 272 Win. Let's roll. All right. Ohio is already expected to go Donald Trump as it is. Now, this is fascinating. This is the 2024 map makeup for the presidential election shows that Trump is slightly favored to win. But right now, there are 77 votes up for grabs. Ohio is not one of them. Ohio is expected to go Republican. So maybe the reason Joe Biden doesn't actually care, he's not going to win Ohio anyway. So what can they do? Well, right now, Donald Trump is winning everything except either Michigan or Wisconsin. So all the swing states. Let's say hard red Nevada, hard red Arizona. Arizona, I don't know so much. Georgia goes red. Georgia goes red, not blue. And we got North Carolina. Pennsylvania goes red. That puts Trump over the victory. If Wisconsin and Michigan both go Democrat, let's make them blue. It don't matter. Trump is still at 287. Let's say Arizona goes blue, 276. Now, I tell you what, my friends, I used our good friend ChatGPT. I've done a bunch of different simulations using a variety of data and scenarios, running simulations using ChatGPT. The most plausible and the first assessment that I got was this, 276 to 262. I did get a tie scenario, which was weird. I used, I'll tell you right now, we got Harvard, I think it's a Harvard-Harris poll showing that Donald Trump is up 11 points among independents. We saw this in the civics data as well. I took that data, ran it through ChatGPT and said, if everything else stays the same as it was in 2020 and Trump simply wins 11% more independents than Biden does, what will that look like? Trump wins in a landslide. It said Trump landslide. I said, okay, we're not going to get a Trump landslide. That's silly. But we do have that HAVV scenario. We do have the Biden executive order where he instructed federal agencies to start registering people to vote. There's a shadow campaign, ladies and gentlemen. So when I see that Ohio will not have Joe Biden's name on it, and so it's deep red, let's say Arizona goes deep red, and he wins everything else. I'm not surprised. They don't care that Biden's not on in Ohio. That's a swing state he needs to win. Maybe he just takes Texas. So let's say Wisconsin. So I think it was lightly up in Wisconsin. So we can say that, right? Light blue. And Trump takes Michigan. Assuming that's the case, Republicans have 302 electoral votes. Let's just get rid of this stupid likely. I don't like this likely. Like, you've got the light red. No, we're going to say it's all dark red. And we don't need any of these. What do we got? Maine. Oh, you've got to do Maine individually. So state goes blue, of course. Maine's always blue. But then you get one district. I think District 2. Oh, I make it red. District 2 goes red, they say. So, and 3 is a question mark, whatever. So then you have Nebraska. That seems to make sense. It's looking like 302 for the Republican Party. And then, we got Alaska over here. Then you got Texas. That's the question. Let's just get rid of, let's make everything blue. We'll make it all dark blue because we don't need it to be anything else. Dark blue here, dark blue here. We're going to track what could happen. So HAVV, for those that aren't familiar, we've talked about it many, many times. This is important. The Help America Vote verification system. And, you're getting me, Nebraska. Nebraska goes red, except for one district. So we'll make that all red. They get 1 to the Democrats. So that's what it looks like. 236 Democrat to 302 Republican. The Help America Vote verification system tracks people who are trying to register to vote who do not have IDs. What we've seen so far is alarming. 1.5 million registration attempts in Texas. Texas says this makes no sense. We've not seen. We're not tracking this. Biden had an executive order instructing agencies to register people to vote at the state level through the federal government. Several states have said we will not accept federal government registrations for our state. How will you know? The Biden administration said, we're going to start producing the ballots. We're going to get people IDs. Texas and Missouri have both right now, interestingly, had weird numbers. If Texas goes blue and Trump wins every swing state, Democrats win. This is my prediction, my hypothesis. You say shadow campaign. I say, what if the polls were right? Trump was winning every swing state, but no one saw Texas coming. They're going to say transplants from California and Arizona went to Texas. Austin's been booming. Everyone's been moving. And it made it slightly Democrat. I mean, look, we've already seen in the races in Texas. Let me pull up Texas latest elections data. Let's see if we can get all of the latest. That's not good. There's got to be a better one. Capital Data Portal. No, that they do have it, but it takes too long. Man. Let me just find, is there like a list of all right, here we go. 270 win actually has Texas. Okay, this is interesting. Let's see if this one works. In 2020, it was 46 to 52. In 2016, it was 43 to 52. So it has been getting bluer and bluer. What if? You only need a what do you need only here? Like a 3-point swing? Yeah, 3-point swing. 3 points down, and Republicans are at 49.1. 3 points up, and Democrats are at 49.5. Now, right now, the polls are saying it is leaning likely Republican. But we're looking at all this data, and it's seeming like something strange is going on. What if they come out and they say, surprise, surprise, Texas is a blue state now? How did that happen? Trump loses. Texas goes blue. That's all they need. Trump loses. Or to be fair, I mean, you've got Wisconsin as blue because Biden's winning. Let's say it goes red. It's a swing state. Trump still wins with 272, but then don't forget Missouri is also showing strange data patterns. Hope you all are paying attention. Biden not on the ballot in Ohio is weird. That's all I can say. I'll leave it there. Next segment's coming up at 6 p.m. on this channel. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you all then.